In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina.
And this week's tip is on tax-free municipal bonds. I wanted to speak to them because there's been a whole lot of press about municipal bonds in general recently. Whether it was the press regarding their subpar performance last year, the index had a negative return for calendar year of 2013, or whether it's the press around the default on the tax-free municipal bonds in the city of Detroit, the stress of the municipal bonds market in the state of Illinois, California, or Puerto Rico. There's been no lack of information regarding these. So I want to speak a little bit about municipal bonds today. I want to talk about what they are, why people invest in them, and how to invest in them. First of all, municipal bonds, like all bonds, are just lending instruments. So where a corporation may choose to borrow money and they'll sell bonds, municipal bonds are lending instruments to governments, typically for general purposes or sometimes for a specific purpose. Common ones would be for water and sewer systems or hospitals. Okay? And so when you invest in a municipal bond, you're basically loaning money to a municipality. Typically you can invest in municipal bonds in about $5,000 increments. The person whose bond you are going to purchase agrees to pay you back over a certain amount of time. They can go anywhere from 1 year up to 40-year maturity periods. And typically they're going to have a call date in there too, and that's the date at which the issuer has the right to pay you off early. So anytime in there, the municipality is going to pay you income or the interest payment. Okay? And those payments are exempt from federal tax. And if you live in the state in which you invested, they're also going to be exempt from state tax. So people like them because they're typically a little more secure than most other types of fixed income securities, and they like them because they are tax efficient. But as far as what they are, they're lending instruments, and the interest payments are paid usually twice a year, and at some point in the future they give you your money back, either when they call it away from you or at the maturity date. Keep in mind, very important though, they're very liquid. The bond market's huge. You can sell municipal bonds any given business day, usually pretty easily. But when you sell it, you get the current market value of the bond, which may be a little more than you gave for it, or could be less than you gave for it. And also understand that bond is only as good as the municipality's creditworthiness, their ability to pay you back. So make sure you understand what you own. So remember, a municipal bond is a lending instrument. The reason people like them is typically the historical default rate on high quality ones has been very, very low. So they have a degree of security that people have enjoyed in the past. They also like them if you're a high income earner and pay a lot of taxes. The income is tax exempt, at least at the federal level, and many times at the state level as well. So you get a nice tax efficient income stream. Well, the third thing I said I was going to touch on is how to invest in them. So you can invest in them by picking the individual issue of the bonds and owning them outright, or you can invest in packaged products of municipal bonds where you may own tens to hundreds in one portfolio to try to diversify that risk. So when it comes to municipal bond investing, understand what they are. They're debt instruments made by municipalities. They're only as good as the issuer. They're very liquid and sellable in most instances, but you may get back more or you may get back less than what you paid for. People like them because they have relative safety to some other types of instruments. They also like their tax efficiency a lot. You can invest in them picking the individual issues or picking a packaged product that would own a whole bunch of those. If you own municipal bonds and you're not quite sure what you own, or you're considering them as part of your investment portfolio and you're not having the types of conversations with your advisor of choice, we do welcome you to call us down here at Fisher Wealth Management, where we have literally decades of experience of investing for our clients in municipal bonds and other things too. So thanks again for listening, and please stay tuned for more Fisher Wealth Management Tips of the Week.
Ain't it just like a friend of mine?